What is up, you guys? Glitchiz here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to bring you a quick early reveal of one of the new silos that's going to be dropping in the Way of Winter update. It is going to be called the Silo Delta. I believe there's only two new silos. A few of the older silos are going to be making a return, but I wanted to show off the two new silos as well as the new monoliths, so keep an eye out for those videos as well. But before we jump into it, I have to give a big shout out to Starry Studios for sponsoring this video. They were kind enough to give me early access to a test server to kind of test out some bugs and things like that, potentially for the Way of Winter content, as well as allow me to record some footage ahead of time for you guys to get you hyped and excited for the new scenario. I know I am, and some of this content is actually really cool. So without any further ado, thanks again, Starry Studios, but let's jump right into it. So the Silo Delta is going to be located in the new zone. As you can see here, it's going to be located right here, just south of Moose City. So that is where it can be found. You will have some side quests tied around to this silo as well. But when we go here and interact with it, we have our normal hard and pro modes that are going to be unlocking as the scenarios progress. Here's a list of the type of mods that you can find here: gloves mod and shoes mod, as well as your normal weekly bonus rewards. I'm not sure if this is 100% correct. It says level 10. Some of the other ones I've seen level 20 and even level 40. So I'm not sure if that's going to be exactly the same on full release, but for the sake of the video, we'll just do normal mode for now. But here we go. I'm going to start it up here, get rid of the camera, and just give you guys some clean 4K footage of the new silo. So sit back and enjoy, and we'll catch you at the end. All right, you guys, so there you have it, the new Delta silo. It's pretty cool, different visual style of all of our previous silos that we've seen thus far. Some new enemy types, and the boss looks pretty cool as well. It was a little bit too easy on normal mode. I'd like to go through and do it again on hard, but unfortunately on the test server where they don't give us really good mods and gear to use for our builds. So for the demo, I think normal will be fine for now. But one thing I wanted to point out, if you guys did notice, was at the end of that boss fight, we got the Eternal Sun, or the Invincible Sun rather, deviation to drop. That is one of the new deviations. So that is what it looks like, how we're going to be getting it. It's from the final boss of that new silo. So let's go ahead and check that out now and see what it does. It looks like it's going to have two alternate fire modes. One is a designated target, similar to how the polar jelly works. This is going to be your ranged one, where you can just take it in your hand and throw it at a target. Invincible Sun will prioritize targeting enemies in the direction that you are facing. If there are no targets in that direction, it will target a nearby enemy instead. So you're basically going to throw it. It's going to do an initial big explosion and then start doing its normal AoE burn attack. And then for the autonomous attack, it's similar to the thrown one, only you're going to drop it at your feet. Explodes every 3 seconds, dealing 40% blaze damage to nearby targets. So really good for burn builds, with a 15% chance of inflicting burn. Now this is interesting because not only is it burning targets on the enemies, but that 15% chance to inflict burn also can happen on you, which sounds like a negative at first, but in combination with a few things, it's actually pretty interesting, which I'll go over here in a second. Whenever a nearby target is inflicted with burn, Invincible Sun gains 1 stack of burn. Each stack of burn increases Invincible Sun's damage by 2.5%. I'm assuming that will go up with the skill rating of the deviation, and that can stack up to 5 times. And then the target hit will take plus 15% additional blaze damage. So really good deviation if you're planning on using a blaze build during this scenario, which I think I'm going to run just because of the theme. It's going to be pretty cool. But on the topic of that 15% burn chance and how it can afflict you, one cool combination that I'm going to enjoy trying out here is with a piece of armor that's been around for a hot minute, but no one's ever used it in any builds really, and that is the Drifter Gauntlets. It says when affected by burn, weapon damage is increased by 15% and crit rate is increased by 15%. So big jump to crit rate and big jump to your base weapon damage with just one piece of key armor. And now that we have a deviation that can conveniently inflict burn on ourselves, it's going to be really easy to just kind of trigger this effect and have it going throughout the entire duration of your silo or your raid or whatever you're running. So it could potentially be a really cool combo. I wanted to just point that out. Good combo, at least with this particular deviation. But yeah, that is pretty much it, you guys. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm also running the Pyroclasm starter, which is a new weapon that's going to be introduced with the Way of Winter update. I'm not going to go in depth on it here. I will drop a whole nother video going over all the new weapons and armor that you guys have to look forward to. So stay tuned for that. I also have a bunch of other guides going over the other new silo as well as the new monolith that's going to be dropping. So be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of those future updates. Lastly, if you want to join a killer community of like-minded gamers, feel free to check the links down in the description and join us on the Discord. We've got over 1,000 members in there now, many of which are playing Once Human. So hopefully you jump in and we see you guys around here soon. But until the next one, hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you all later.